On everybody, it's JetsCentral coming back with another video, and in this one I wanted to start up my new series that I'm going to be doing for the month of July, where I break down each individual unit of the New York Jets, right? So wide receivers, running backs, secondary, D-line, O-line, etc., etc. And I did this last season as well, but the only difference between this year and last year is that you guys can actually vote on my Twitter page. I'll be probably right after this video, I'll throw up a tweet, and I'll have a poll, right? I'll have a poll of 4 units of the New York Jets, and the winner of each poll, or the winner of each tweet, I guess, that's the video that I'm going to be doing next. So if you guys want to check out my Twitter, it's going to be down below in the description box. Check that out and then make sure to vote, on which unit you want to see. But of course, I will get to every unit. Every unit will be covered. Just a quick little fun thing for you guys, just so I know which unit of the team people really want to see first. So I threw up a tweet yesterday, and the quarterbacks won. Okay, the quarterbacks won that poll. So that's the episode that we're going to be doing, or we're going to be talking about tonight. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Your thoughts on the quarterbacks, the roster, the depth chart, and how you think the quarterback position will fare this season, this upcoming season for the Jets. So let's talk about the first one. The most exciting one on the team, quarterback Sam Darnold, rookie out of USC. Now, I like Darnold. Okay, I do like Darnold, and he brings a lot of great things to the table. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about Darnold, what he's good at before, in the past, whether it's been in videos or down below in the comment section with you guys. But he possesses a lot of great traits. Okay, he has a nice arm. It's not an amazing arm, but he has a nice arm. He has great size. He's a smart kid. He's not going to get in trouble off the field. He's a great leader. He's a great teammate. He's going to come in and really come into training camp with his head down and really get to work. But the number one trait that I love about Sam Darnold is his ability to maneuver and escape the pocket, right? He does such an incredible job of just being inside the pocket and feeling pressure and knowing when to slide to his right, slide to his left, step up, escape, and really make plays happen. Now, he does have some areas to improve, okay? In regards to the pocket presence I was just talking about, keeping 2 hands on the football. I've read reports that he has worked on that issue a lot with Carson Palmer's brother, Jordan Palmer, in the offseason, his personal quarterback coach, and I believe it's Quarterback Summit. Anyway, they say he's worked on it. So that's 2 thumbs up. That's great. Okay, that's great to hear. Another, I guess, red flag or an issue of Sam Darnold is the turnovers, the interceptions, the fumbles. Can this guy limit the turnovers to give this offense the best chance to put points on the board? So those are kind of his main weaknesses: turnovers, the ball security issue in the pocket. But overall, Sam Darnold graded out as a first round quarterback, really highly regarded, really highly thought of, and he was a 3rd pick in the draft. So this guy, I don't want to call him a savior. I don't want to label him as the guy to save the franchise or anything like that, because it's a team game. That's a lot of pressure on the kid, and he's only 20. Okay, or 21. He just turned 21, excuse me. So overall, I like Darnold, and I do believe that he is the future of the New York Jets. Okay, I do believe that, and I cannot wait to see him perform in the preseason. But as of right now, I have him 3rd on the depth chart. Nothing against Sam, nothing against him or his play or anything I've heard about him right now. But just right now, before training camp, before preseason, he's number 3 on the depth chart. Going up to number 2, I have Teddy Bridgewater. Okay, Teddy Bridgewater, really interesting case study when you take a look at Theodore. 1st round pick coming out of Louisville, pick 32 overall by the Vikings. And he came in and he didn't start right away. He did not start right away. He sat behind Matt Castle. And Castle was doing some things. They were winning some games, but they inserted Teddy Bridgewater into this Vikings lineup, I want to say halfway through that season, that 2014-2015 year, and the Vikings, they didn't even look back. Okay, Teddy Bridgewater took this Vikings team to the next level. He wasn't really throwing for 400 yards a game or anything like that. He wasn't like on Aaron Rodgers or Cam Newton level, Andrew Luck for that matter. He was just going in there and managing the game. He was making the necessary throws. He was accurate with the football. He was picking up first downs, didn't turn the football over that much, and he was just a great leader for this Vikings team. I thought he did I know the term game manager is almost like a negative in regards to that being a comment or an attribute to a quarterback, like, oh, he's just a game manager. I actually look at that as a positive, because a game manager to me they've always been smart quarterbacks. They've always been able to take care of the football at an effective rate, and they've always been able to win games. Like, oh, Alex Smith, he's such a game manager. He's not going to go ahead and win you the game. But you take a look at Alex Smith's regular season record, it's absolutely tremendous over the past few seasons. So I like game managers. I really do. I really think that Teddy Bridgewater excelled in that role with the Minnesota Vikings. But then, of course, he has the knee injury that everybody knows and really has talked about. Devastating knee injury. I was even hearing talks when this knee injury happened that they might have to amputate his leg. So for him to actually be able to bounce back, learn how to like walk and just the ace the rehab process, and to now be on an NFL team 2 years later, absolutely incredible. So Bridgewater, to me, is going into the camp as the second quarterback. I like Bridgewater a lot. I think he's, obviously he's a mobile quarterback. I don't know how mobile he will be now after the knee injury, right? I can't read Bridgewater's mind in that sense if he wants to be more of a pocket passer, but he does have a nice arm. He does have a nice quick release. It's almost a little sidearm. It's not high and tight what you want, but he still gets the ball out at a quick rate. He, like I said before, he doesn't turn the football over that much, and he doesn't take that many risks downfield. And that's one thing that it's funny, me and my brother have always actually talked about, like, if we had a quarterback like Alex Smith, just somebody that could spread the football around, get it to the playmakers, and not really take risks like Geno Smith, like Mark Sanchez, like Ryan Fitzpatrick. If we just had a smart quarterback, this offense, I believe, would limit the turnovers and be able to put a lot more points on the board. Not saying we'd score an extra 28 points or anything crazy like that, but maybe we get an extra 7. Maybe we'd get an extra 10 here and there. So that's all well and good. And I really do like Bridgewater. So the number one quarterback heading into camp is veteran journeyman Josh McCown. And I don't necessarily think that Josh McCown is the best quarterback in this room as of today. But given the circumstances, Josh McCown, he was the leader. He was the main leader of this Jets team last year. Not only was he, absolutely loved by fans and coaches and front office and players, but he also is coming off the best season of his career. So I feel like that would be hard for Todd Bowles, Jeremy Bates, a guy who he gets along with incredibly well, to come in and say, you're actually going to start this training camp as the backup or maybe even the third string. I don't see that happening, okay? I think Josh McCown will be heading into camp as the starting quarterback because he's coming off a great season. You take a look at the numbers, you go and you rewatch the games, however you do it, and Josh McCown played really well. He escaped the pocket every now and then. He had a lot of nice touchdown passes, especially to Robbie Anderson. Those two guys had a great connection, Robbie and Josh. And then you take a look at this New York Jets offense. We brought in Terrell Pryor, a guy who Josh McCown knows inside and out. Terrell Pryor had a dominant season with Josh McCown, okay, for the back with the Cleveland Browns. A few seasons back, I believe in 2016. Anyway, Josh McCown coming off the best season of his career. Everybody loves him. He's smart. He's the oldest of the bunch. Sam Darnold might not be ready to play. Teddy Bridgewater's knee might be holding him back a little bit. That's okay. I think Josh McCown will be heading into training camp and preseason as the starting quarterback. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? We don't have to win the Super Bowl this season. It's not like incredible amount of pressure like, Sam, we need you. We got to throw this kid out there. We have to let him sink or swim on his own. We're not in a situation like that. We can let the kid breathe and learn and marinate and understand the game mentally and grow physically. So that's my little rant. That's my little breakdown of the quarterback room so far. We have Josh McCown, veteran journeyman, Teddy Bridgewater, coming off the big knee injury, huge question mark regarding him. And then, of course, first-round pick, third overall, Sam Darnold. And I would have to say, my letter grade for this quarterback room, for this unit, for the New York Jets, I can't believe I'm giving this letter to this Jets room, because I haven't really given this high of a grade to a quarterback room for the Jets in a very long time. But I would say right now it's a B minus. It's a B to B minus, because you have a older veteran guy who is in the building. He knows the playbook and everyone loves him, like I alluded to before. You have a huge question mark in Teddy Bridgewater, who can be a boom or bust prospect, boom or bust quarterback, if you will. This guy can come in and be an absolute star. He was one of the rising stars of this league before his devastating knee injury. And I don't care what anybody says. He won that playoff game against the Seattle Seahawks when he literally took this team, took this Minnesota Vikings downfield in Minnesota. I believe they were playing in the Minnesota Gophers Stadium, the college team. And he took them down the field. Blair Walsh misses a chip shot, and the Seahawks advance. If Blair Walsh nailed that field goal, it wasn't a 50-yarder. It wasn't a 60-yarder. I believe it was like inside 40 yards. If Blair Walsh nailed that field goal, we would be talking about Teddy Bridgewater as this is a guy who has a playoff win against a really good team. So Bridgewater is a boom or bust prospect. And then, of course, the guy, Sam Darnold, I don't want to call him the savior. I don't want to say, oh, he's just going to take the Jets to the promised land here, because he is 21. But we have a guy that now we can build around. A guy who has a very high ceiling and a pretty, how should I say it? A nice floor, okay? His floor is not, like, tremendously low. It's not a boom or bust guy. He can be a fantastic quarterback if coached correctly, if given the proper weapons. So overall, I'm going to give this Jets quarterback room a B to a B minus. Let me know down in the comments section your grade and your overall thoughts of this quarterback room. I know I'm going on 12 minutes here, so I do appreciate everybody that stuck around. And yeah, let me know down in the comment section. I cannot wait to hear your guys' thoughts regarding this unit, the most important unit on any football team, the quarterback position. So, I know I'm rambling, so thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.